Hey guys, this is Dave here at Island Music Store, the repair shop. Alright, today we're going to go over the proper way to replace the strings. Basically, we have a 6-string electric guitar here, PRS, has locking tuners. Pretty much, let's get on with it. What I like to do is, before I change the strings, I like to look at the guitar, check the action out from the string height, just to make sure once you do take the strings off, you don't mess with none of the bridge heights. Just get an idea where you're at, so you have a little reference you can go back to. Basically, what I like to do is loosen all the strings up first, and let's get on with it. Before I loosen them all up, on some guitars, your bridge may slide off and you don't want to damage the back of it, so a piece of tape, rag, something, just put there so it helps you a little bit. Next step I like to do is I like to get all the strings pretty much taken off. And I usually cut them in half, I'm not going to use them again. Like I said, this guitar has locking tuners, so you'll have to turn the locking mechanism to release the string. And then the string pops right out. These tuners are good for pretty much, they help, tuning stabilize. They're pretty easy to deal with. Pretty straightforward. Alrighty, this part of the strings are off. Now we'll go to the bridge. This particular guitar, the strings wrap over the bridge. So pretty much what you're going to do is you can pull the bridge off. I just like to move it up a little bit, that way you can reach the string and just pull them out. Be careful not to scratch anything. Another good thing by leaving the bridge on here is you don't mess with the height adjustments, as I stated earlier. That way you can keep the same action, or if you bring it to me, I can adjust it to whatever action you like. Alrighty, pretty much, we're just going to do a string change on here. It's a good idea to get yourself a rag since all the strings are off. Just clean it up a little bit, a little guitar polish. And today we're going to be using the DR string, 10s. 10s are a good string. I like 10s. Good rock and roll, blues, anything. I think 10s work out great for me. But there's a lot of gauges, and we'll go over that on our next segment. Alrighty. I'll usually start. A lot of people say you have to put strings on a certain order. I don't see where that makes any difference. So we're going to start with the 6th string first. Like I said, these are wrap around. Like I said, with the locking tuners, it works out real nice to where you can just put the string in it, just give it a tug, make sure it's in the saddle correctly and everything looks good, and you just tighten the locking portion up. And you just tighten the string very little. You just repeat the process. Alrighty, we'll go with the 5th string now. The way the DR strings come, they come in a pack. You have 2nd string, 5th string, 1st string and 4th string, and it'll be the 3rd and the 6th. Now there's also a lot of advantages of replacing your strings. They always feel fresh. They have a better sound because after playing these things for a while, they kind of dull. They get dirty. I would recommend probably changing strings depending on your play habit at least once, twice a month. It feels pretty good. Now get to up here at the tuner. I like to snip it off, not real close, but you know, just a little bit back away. That way, if the string does tend to slip a little, and you know it may need to be reset, you have a little to play with, and you don't have to replace your strings again. This one doesn't want to go in, but we will get it. It's a real tight spot in a lot of these bridges. You'll find out in your days of changing strings. There we go. Alright guys, one more to go and we'll be to the next part of the proper way to change guitar strings. Alright guys, we have her all strung. These are new strings and they will stretch. The way I like to pre-stretch these strings to really keep them in tune when the customer comes to pick it up, I grab the string with index and thumb and just give it a little bend all the way up the fretboard. Don't give it too much, just a little bit to bend the string around, help stretch it a little bit. pre-stretch them in. Just be careful, strings are kind of sharp. Okay, and then I'll just continue with the tuning procedure. You get it right? And we're going to tune it to standard E. Okay, I just went through all the strings, and I'm going to go back and repeat again, just bending these strings a little bit. I like to do this at least 2 times. Just helps stay in tune much better. You're pre-bending these strings, stretching them. Like I say, not much, just a little. And just go back over your tuning procedure here again. Alrighty guys, pretty much that's all we got on ways to change strings. Plug it in and rock on.